My name's Martin Woodside, affectionately called Woody. Born in Miami, third generation. I went to community college after high school, and while I was in college, 1979, the Shah of Iran sought medical attention in the United States. While he was here, the Revolutionary Guards in Tehran did a coup, and they simultaneously overtook the American embassy in Tehran and Islamabad, killing a Marine, Corporal Crowder, shot him in the forehead in Pakistan. Took hostages, as we know, which turned into an ordeal that covered 2 presidencies for 444 days. The country, the sentiment was we're going to war with Iran. When President Carter attempted a rescue mission, which left 9 of our special ops servicemen dead, there was a sadness, an inadequacy, as we hadn't been in combat since Vietnam. So on the morning of the rescue mission, shortly thereafter, I was working for the Broward County Sheriff's Office as a detention deputy on midnight shift. So when I got off at 6:30 in the morning, I went to Pembroke Pines, and when the recruiter opened, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. While I was in basic training, President Ronald Reagan was sworn in, and an hour later, the hostages were let go. I was put on a plane to an island, Okinawa, Japan. The Marines were so decimated after Vietnam that our battalion, which should have 610 people, had 250. And instead of being run by a lieutenant, it was being run by a corporal. Recognizing that, they sent us to this isolated north end of an island where we had no communication until they built it up over 2 weeks to 610. They brought us at a theater to turn on the overhead that we were still going to invade Iran. It was an army out. We were going to take an island in the strait. You feel like a coward because you don't have the fortitude to kill yourself. Behind closed doors, I would put my gun in my mouth, throw away all my awards, pull them out of the garbage when I sobered up, only to do it again. And the nightmares, which we didn't speak about because you were labeled a head case, it's a little better now. So you manned up, and the nightmares that came were brutal. All these years later, when I'm under stress, they still are. Sometimes under stress, I find myself trapped in that room for 45 minutes, being hunted. So what do? Let's do some more drugs. Let's forget about it for tonight.
Do you think with the police department you had more access to things like that because of where you were and some of the sides?
I tried to, I was a good cop. My first year on the job, I was recommended 5 times for deputy a month and received it 3 times. But in hindsight, I was out of control. I was doing high-risk stuff, but people, and I don't blame anybody, they just saw me as wow. Give him an award, pin something on his chest. When really I was out of control. Seeking the adrenaline, wanting that rush. Never to get it like that. And here I am.
And do you come here often?
I do. I come here 3 weeks out of the month. I usually volunteer and I serve the coffee and whatever Father Bob needs fixed or whatever. I'm here to help. My relationship with God has definitely improved. We can say whatever we want. I believe in God, I go to church, but do you? Do you? Or are you doing what you're supposed to do because you work at an embassy or it pleases your parents? Is it a personal choice? Is it a personal commitment? Not until now was it. And I come from a religious family. My mother passed away saying, I hope you find God. My mother did.
He found you. I'm glad that you're able to.